to every whim of Louis XIV. The monk, on the other hand, had to cater to the whims of his abbot, who ordered him to make wine to pay for the monastery's upkeep. Unfortunately, the monastery was located in a northerly province. The winters sometimes killed grapevines. To wine enthusiast Alexandre Loire and vintner Richard Geoffroy, the monk's vineyard is a small miracle.
Here the background is really the Clos Sacré. It's really the original vineyard.
Not only was the climate cold, the soil was chalky.
It's very hard for the roots of the vines to progress in the chalk. The greatest wines always come from marginal situations. Greatness always comes on a constraint. Never in comfort.
The constraints the monk had to contend with were not only above ground, but below, in the monastery's wine cellars.
During winter, the yeasts are slowing down their activity. So people realized that at springtime, the wine was fermenting again.
Double fermentation causes carbon dioxide bubbles.
At that time, bubbles in the wine were not considered as a competitive advantage. It was more a defect of the wine.
And the carbon dioxide also caused the bottles to explode. With religious zeal, the monks strove to minimize the bubbles and maximize the taste by combining green and red grapes in a unique way.
He has been the very first man who decided to blend the grapes prior to press them. And he succeeded to create what he called later the best wine in the world.
When Louis XIV tried the monk's wine, he loved it. For the monk, life was good. The wine was named for his home province, which happens to be called Champagne. But for Louis XIV, as the years passed, life became excruciating. His heavy diet had caused a swelling of the extremities called gout. The royal feet became a royal pain. But no matter what his doctors told him, he wouldn't cut back on dinner or on the glass of champagne he had with every meal. His senior physician claimed champagne was good for him, while others insisted it was worsening his condition and even shortening his life. At the time, there was no way to prove who was right. At this modern wine testing lab in Champagne, Alexandre Loire hopes to discover the answer.
Is it possible to know if the wine of Champagne is good for health or not?
In order to assess this, so I'm going to use this device, which is capable of measuring the total antioxidant capacity.
Health-giving antioxidants are sometimes in the form of vitamin C, which happens to be a modern treatment for gout. Dr. Oda has found high levels of antioxidants in red wine, while in white wine, they are much lower. As for champagne, you might think that because it looks a lot like white wine, it too will be low in antioxidants. Dr. Oda is about to find out.
On a un résultat
équivalent micromolaire de vitamine C, donc on a un résultat qui est bien intermédiaire entre le vin blanc, le vin rouge, donc entre le pinot noir et le chardonnay.
In fact, champagne has double the antioxidants of white wine, which makes sense, because just as it was in the monk's day, today's version is a unique blend of red grapes and green.
Si j'avais été son médecin, là, je vous aurais conseillé de prendre un petit verre, donc, ou de champagne ou de pinot noir au choix. Hein?
So champagne probably eased the king's gout, and it certainly didn't shorten his life. Louis XIV lived to the ripe old age of 77. He died in 1715. Coincidentally, so did the monk who made champagne. Oh, and one more thing. His name was Dom Perignon. King Louis XIV clad Versailles in stone. But his palace is all about light.